Namaste, Jai Bharat. Our Delhi is on a high alert as of now. Actually, paramilitary is present in the city. The reason is very obvious. The government has got information that some terrorists have plans. Some terrorists have plans, whatever, but definitely we know what kind of plans they might have. And within this short period of time, 8 terrorists were arrested. One got killed in the morning. That's in Jammu, Kashmir area. Now, there is something different here, something peculiar. That's these terrorists are Lashkar-e-Taiba, obviously. One of those outfits. For us, all these outfits are one and the same, functionally. And they all do the same thing. Whatever internal differences they have is none of our business. So, this Lashkar-e-Taiba, for the first time, we have got Bangladeshi Muslims as terrorists working for Lashkar-e-Taiba in Bharat. And some of them, I don't know exact number, are arrested from the southern part of Bharat. Tamil Nadu, Tirupattur area, if I'm right, the information that I got is right. These are the areas where spinning mill garment activities are intense in Tamil Nadu. Of late, these terrorists, they are focusing on the southern states. It's not easy for them to function there. Nonetheless, it is also easy for them to function there for various reasons. I don't want to go into the details. They receive better support from other kinds of radicals in this area. I don't want to speak anything more. It's left to you to understand. And these Bangladeshi Muslims who call themselves, they don't call themselves as Bengalis, for interesting thing. I have personal experience. When I was teaching in Northeast, initial days of my teaching, I just wanted some plumbers to come to my quarters to make some small things. I did not go through the channel because that takes time. So I told someone, I will get some plumbers, and some 2 boys came. Then I can speak Bangla to some extent. So I asked them, oh, you're Bengalis. Then they said, no, I'm a Muslim. Then initially I was like, no, it's okay, that's your religion you're talking about. I asked you that are you Bengalis? He says, no, we are not Bengalis. We speak in Bangla. We are not Bengalis, we are Muslims. It means they make a distinction between Bengalis and Muslims are not the Bengalis as I understand Bengali, or they understand Bengalis. So for them, their identity's primary ingredient is religion. That is a problem with both Pakistanis and Bangladeshis. Now, I was literally in for a shock to hear this. Youngsters, maybe 21 years or something. Then of course I know that they have infiltrated from this Dhaka side or somewhere, and are here for something and they will go back. Those days terrorism was not so much, especially from that area. But they come for food, they come for work, they come to earn money, and they can carry our money to Bangladesh, and then they get taka double, or little more than double, something like that. So this is the situation. And Pakistan, they, at least their military know Maybe the politicians don't know, but the military is well aware, the seniors, not the common soldiers, the military is well aware that they cannot fight Bharat at all. They cannot really fight Bharat at all because then they will cease to exist. This they know, their military leadership knows. Therefore, they resort to terrorism. They wanted to destroy Bharat. They wanted to kill all the Kafirs in the world, and the primary Kafir is Hindus, and the primary enemy is Bharat because they have eaten from this land. Their ancestors belong to this land, and these people are landless now. They are not connected to land, they are connected to a religion which is necessarily alien to them. It has nothing to do with their whatever originality, whatever they once their at least ancestors possessed. So they don't care about what happens to Pakistan as a land. They don't have a kind of concept of nation as we do. As we do. For us, religion becomes secondary, Sanskriti becomes primary, and Sanskriti belongs to the nation. We belong to the nation, we belong to the nationhood. For us, that is primary. Religion is a matter of faith and rituals that we have already had plenty. And the genuine Muslims living in Bharat, minus those radicals, they do realize that they belong to this nation. They have their ways of worshipping, fine. They have their ways of celebration, fine. Hindus also have multiple ways of celebrating and multiple ways of functioning. These people understand. Those authentic Muslims of Bharat, they do understand. But first time, the Lashkar-e-Tayyibas I heard, or there may be other groups also. There are this Jaish-e-Muhammad and something like that. It all are same to us. So it's better to say A, B, C, D, E. They have successfully brainwashed available radical Muslims who are Bangladeshis who primarily consider themselves as Muslims and not as Bengalis. And this is the success of that Nobel Prize bootlegger Muhammad Yunus. His regime, his time, Jamaat-e-Islami, they have successfully created a band of terrorists within Bangladesh, and they appear in Bharat now, perhaps for the first time. Now, like the Swamish chief of whatever Red Indian tribe, Silt is his name, wrote a letter to that time President of US, Franklin Pierce, if I am not wrong, that he just tells them in that letter, is a miserable letter, in the sense wonderful letter. Says, you shall suffocate in your own waste. And these Bangladeshis will suffocate in their own waste by virtue of creating these radicals, Lashkar and Jaish people like within Bangladesh, letting these terrorist groups use radicals of Bangladesh. That is the contribution of Muhammad Yunus to the people of Bangladesh, and at least if there are some who consider themselves as Bengalis, to them. Others are bent upon suffering. They have opted to become gluttons for punishment in time, and let them suffer what they have asked for. Now, these terrorist Bangladeshis, they are present in South India, and in places like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, etc. And Kerala's worse. There are so many laborers who are Bangladeshis, whom that idiotic communist government calls as guest artists, guest workers. they call them as Atithi. Atithi is a Sanskrit word. They call them as Atithi workers. Look at the arrogance and anti-national attitude of the communists who coined such expressions in Kerala. So the Atithi workers of Kerala, 90% plus of them are Bangladeshi Muslims. I travel a lot for this or that reason, not really voluntarily. I don't personally like traveling, but then I end up traveling most. Whenever I get an opportunity, when I come across such workers in Kerala, I used to ask, what's your name? They will just tell 2 or 3 names. Inevitably, they will say either their name is Munna or Raja or Raju. They will never tell their original names. But when they talk to me, that I ask them in Bangla. That too I understand Sylheti Bangla very good. Sylheti Bangla is a Bangla spoken by the Muslims in general. Then I'll ask them, tell me your real name. Then of course with much hesitation and slowly you would say, I'm Muhammad Aslam or something like that. Next question, if I ask them, where are you from? He will at them say, I'm from Malda. Initially say Assam. Assam, which part? He doesn't know the place. Which district in Assam. But others know. Some people say I'm from Malda. Safe. Malda is heaven for them. And of course, the state government of West Bengal has their own rule. I don't want to speak more. It's out there in the news. So this is an interesting thing, where we find Bangladeshis as Pakistani terrorists. And Pakistan can't help it. They need terrorists because they can only do proxy war against Bharat. They cannot fight. They neither have the spirit, nor have the courage, nor have the facilities, nor have the education, nor have anything. So they will use proxy wars, and the proxy war concept was irrigated by Iran. I will not accuse the Persians. I was only accusing the radical Islamic regime of Iran. They are the proxy people, and you know about the Hezbollah, and you know about the Houthis, and you know about the terrorists in Gaza, the Hamas, yes, the name just missed. So it's a new phenomenon, and these people are really thriving. Now, checks and balances might be happening. So now they'll be careful, but they have protectors. They have people supporters. They have people giving them funds, etc., etc., etc. It's not a good thing, but it's not a good thing for them more than what we face. Their program is simply to blast as many bombs as possible in Bharat, especially in southern Bharat. These are all some of the programs. And Delhi, they wanted to blast Delhi. And you know, Taj attack in Mumbai. Congress regime, such loose kind of people who are least nationalist now. They had a history of nationalism once upon a time. And even then they were not nationalists. Otherwise, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel would have been the Prime Minister of Bharat. Anyway, I am deviating. We shall meet again. Jai Bharat and Jai Sri Ram.